everyone, welcome to week 4. I wanted to hop on and do a quick overview video for you for the week. This week in week 4 we are covering effective instructional strategies, and there will be a little bit more independent research on your part in completing the focus guides this week. However, the discussion forums we're going to do a little bit more like we did in week 2, where you have reading from the textbook and then you pull out the elements or the topics that you feel were most valid or important, synthesize that into a post and have more of an open choice-based discussion on it. So for week 4 we're talking about, like I said, effective instructional strategies. And as I mentioned in the text in the overview section in Blackboard, part of your responsibility for this week is to really dig into your school's practices. So it won't be enough just to take time to do some independent research and find what effective instructional strategies are when working with diverse learners, but then to take that information and really go and dig in and try to find the answers at your school and how well your school and your teachers are implementing these strategies. So you will definitely want to cite and note interviews that you do with different classroom teachers and with your principal, and include that in your evaluation of your focus guide, so that we can see that clear connection when you do your summary research. And so you'll be citing different articles and information that you find through your research on what works best. And then that second paragraph, remember, you take that research and you compare it to your school's practices and you evaluate whether and how well your school implements these practices. And then you create your 3 recommendations for improvement, and that's your focus guide. And we're coming to the end, I can't believe it, of our instructional modules. Next week, week 5, is evaluation of co-teaching at your school, and then we get into your case study. So I also mentioned in Blackboard, this would be a good time when you are finding some of those gaps in instructional strategy practice, for you to begin to ask those why questions. Well, for example, you could say, currently there is a discrepancy in our school between which grade levels use research-based differentiation strategies in their classroom. You could say grades 1, 2, and 3 effectively and consistently do this, but grades 4, 5 do not. And so then you would need to go through and say, well, why is that? Why does the younger grades implement it more than the upper grades? You might find out it's because there was more training or PD on the lower grades part. Well, why is that? Maybe the teachers went and asked for it. Why is that? Because they saw the needs with their students. So they decided that was something they needed. Well, why aren't the upper grades using differentiation? Well, because things are working fine the way they are and no one has told them not to. Well, why not? What are their scores like? So again, you're going through that continuous questioning process to see, if what the evidence is of your teachers not using the best instructional practices. Can you find an ending result that is impacting your diverse learners that you may want to include in your case study? So that's it for me. Hope everyone has a great week, and thank you for all the replies to my comments on the discussion board, and we'll be getting to all of those this week. All right, everybody, take care.